What's up, YouTube? My name is Jeremy. You're tuned into the House of Kollasus. On today's episode, I want to give you guys 10 fragrances that'll start off your collection. I just started collecting fragrances maybe 2 years ago, and I'm just reaching the 100 bottle mark. My love for fragrance is constantly growing every day, and I want to help you guys with that. So this video is for those guys who's just looking to start fragrances. Here we go. So the first fragrance I got for you guys, I'm not sure what year it came out, but it's fresh, it's sweet, and some compared to Invictus. I have never smelled Invictus, but I'm glad I picked this one up, and this one comes from the House of Mont Blanc, and that is Mont Blanc's Legend Spirit. So Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, as I said, it's a aquatic sweet fragrance. It lasts a pretty decent time on skin. The sillage is pretty good as well. And I think it's just a solid pickup for someone who's just starting out. At my number 10 spot, these won't be in any particular order, but this is number 10, and that is Mont Blanc's Legend Spirit. My second fragrance, or number 9, comes from the House of Calvin Klein. You can wear this in the fall or the winter time. It's a tobacco scent. It's pretty sweet. It has a really good sillage. Longevity is pretty decent as well. And this one comes from Calvin Klein, as I said, and that is CK1 Shock. As I said, man, it's a solid pickup. You can pick this up at your local rack stores. They're typically they're under $25, so I think that's a solid pickup. Like I said, longevity is pretty decent. For a $25 fragrance, I think it does absolutely amazing. And that's Calvin Klein's CK1 Shock. Kind of running through these. Alright, so another one at my number 8 spot, or actually 7, I'm sorry, I can't count. It's a love at first sniff for me. I remember first picking this up at a rack store. It's fairly inexpensive. It gets compared to Creed Millesime Imperial. And this one comes from the House of Sean John, and this is Sean John Unforgivable. As I said, it's pretty inexpensive. You can pick this up off any of the fragrance websites or discounted websites. It does what it's supposed to do. I mean, it lasts on my skin for a fairly good amount of time. The projection is pretty decent in the first hour and a half. I think it's a solid pickup for someone who's just starting out their fragrance. It's not hard to wear, is what I should say. And that comes from Sean John, and that is Unforgivable. Pick it up. My number 6 scent comes from the House of Lacoste, and it has the sweet accord. I believe it has some type of orange, and it's kind of fresh at the top as well. And it's honestly probably one of the most unique scents that I have in this 10, and this one is Lacoste L'Homme. It's actually really, really nice. As I said, I'm not sure. I think one of the notes of it is rhubarb or something like that, from what I hear. I know there has to be some orange in it because you can smell it at the top. It has sort of kind of like, it's smooth. It's smooth. It's not super loud. Longevity on this is pretty decent as well. For the most part, all of these are going to have some decent longevity and projection. Again, that is Lacoste L'Homme at my number 6 spot. This next one is no stranger to the YouTube community. A lot of people love it, and I'm one of those people, and I think this is a solid pickup. This one comes from the House of Coach. You can wear it all year round. It's a compliment pulling fragrance. Longevity on it is not that great, but at the same time, these are fairly inexpensive, so for the price point, I think it does absolutely phenomenal. And this is Coach for Men with the little flippity thing. As I said, man, Coach for Man is just an all-around versatile fragrance. It does everything. It smells good. Women love it. It's a compliment getter. You can wear it to work. You can wear it to on a date. It's a catch-all fragrance is what I like to call it, or a workhorse fragrance, because it does basically everything. All right, so at my number 5 spot, this one comes from the House of Versace. And this one is also something that you can wear all year round. It's a phenomenal scent. It's bright at the top. And for the most part, throughout the whole fragrance, it's pretty bright. It's a pretty good fragrance, and I'm actually glad that I picked it up. I got it off Fragrance Net for about 35 bucks, and this one is Versace Dylan Blue. I won't necessarily call this Bleu de Chanel. I know some people compare it to Bleu de Chanel. I think it is versatile like Bleu de Chanel, where you can wear it at any time. However, I feel that the Bleu de Chanel is of higher quality, but still for 35 bucks for a 50 ml, you can't beat that, man. That I dropped the cap. That is Versace Dylan Blue. All right, this also comes from the House of Lacoste as well. This is more for, I believe it's more like centered towards like younger guys or like teenagers or whatever that's just starting out. I don't want to leave those guys out too, because you know, you want to smell good, man. Smelling good is essential. And as I said, this one comes from Lacoste as well, and this is just Lacoste Pour Homme, man. Lacoste Pour Homme. It smells really good. As I said, it's sweet. It has plum in it, I believe, and it just smells good. I mean, you can wear this spring and summer, I think, are the best times, but for me, I wear what I want to wear when I want to wear. With me living in Illinois, the weather is bipolar, so I get to wear what I want for the most part. And that again is Lacoste Pour Homme. Alright, so we're down to the final three. This one is actually also compared to another Creed fragrance. I don't have the Creed fragrance. However, I believe that this one is really solid. This one also comes from the House of Mont Blanc as well, and it's just super solid. You can wear this all year round. The longevity is pretty good. The projection is really well as well, and I just really like it. I remember my first time smelling it, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a hit. It's subtle. To me, it has a gentlemanly quality about it, and this, as I said, from Mont Blanc, that is individual. And the fragrance, the Creed fragrance, this gets compared to as Original Santal. As I said, I don't have Original Santal, so I wouldn't know. But all I do know that Mont Blanc Individual is a solid pickup. And if you're starting a fragrance collection, man, you have to have this in your stash. Solid pickup. All right, so the final two. This one comes from the House of Abercrombie and Fitch. I haven't worn this as often because I feel like it's a little bit more, it goes a little bit more for the guys that are a little bit younger. However, I think it's a solid scent, and I wear it every now and then. And this one is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Extreme. And I got this from TJ Maxx for like $17. So for the most part, it's fairly inexpensive. It smells good. It's going to do what it has to do. It's a chick magnet for the most part. From when I wore it, I've got several compliments off of it. It just does its job for a $17 fragrance, man. You're getting a lot of juice. This is a 50 ml for 17 bucks. Abercrombie & Fitch, designer brand. You can't beat that, man. Pick it up. And for my final fragrance, for 10 fragrances to help you start, this one comes from the House of Salvatore Ferragamo. I believe this is probably one of the 2 offerings that I have from Salvatore Ferragamo as of right now. And this one is Ferragamo F Black. And this is a solid pickup. You can wear this all year round as well. This, probably out of all the fragrances that I have on this this list, is the most long lasting. You can wear this in the spring, summer, fall, and winter, and I think it absolutely does its job. It's fresh, it's peppery, has a little kick to it, but it smells amazing in the air. To round out my list, man, my 10 fragrances that, you know, to help people that's starting out, that comes from the House of Salvatore Ferragamo, and that is F Black. So that's gonna do it for my 10. I mean, if there's any other 10 or anything that you guys recommend for guys that's just starting out, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it if you help the channel. Once again, my name is Jeremy. You're tuned into the House of Kollasus. Until we meet again, peace.